everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So on today's video, I am talking about how I raise a year's worth of meat and beyond for $200. How I do it, what breed of chickens and poultry that I'm using for it. And we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of talking on prices. So if that is something that interests you, make sure you are subscribing first. Because, YouTube likes to unsubscribe folks. So go ahead and click that button while you're here. I'll wait. And let's go ahead and get into the video intro. So let's go.
I'm coming home.
So, okay, raising meat. So as you can tell, and I'll go in the coops with them, but I raise turkey and I raise chicken. I don't know if you can see in the little chicken nuggets. Look at them little babies, they're just little. And let me tell you, since I've moved the Cornish cross out to their bigger coop, they have absolutely loved life recently. So, raising meat, what you need to know going into it is one, what does your family eat? And go from there. We eat a lot of turkey and chicken. Our animals, the dogs, the pets, eat a lot of turkey and chicken as well. So we thought this would probably be the best route to go to start, which be poultry. This is our first year raising the meat birds. And we're doing turkey as Thanksgiving turkey, and then we're also doing some meat chickens, the Cornish cross. But anybody that knows me is I'm all big for self-sustainability, even with community sustainability if you can't fully get into self-sustainability. And Cornish cross are not the chickens to do if you are wanting to be self-sustainable. So I purchased some American Bresse chicken hatching eggs that I will then turn into the baby mama and baby daddies of our meat chicken business. I was just about to say, there's the coop, so you know where we are. That is where our baby mama, baby daddy for the turkeys are. That's Big Daddy and Princess. And that way, if you have a boy and a girl, your eggs will be fertile and you'll be able to hatch and get turkeys like this one right here that you then can grow to about 18, 19 weeks, and that will be your turkey meat for the year. As you see, we're growing them to sell as well, not just for us, so that puts money back into our pockets. I have to say that any animal on our homestead has to be self-sustainable, meaning that the cost that we make from them, one, makes it $0 or free to raise our meat turkeys, but it will counterbalance their feed cost, what we had to do to build these little pens, so on and so forth. Same thing for the little Cornish cross chickens. Same thing for the meat birds. The feed that Big Daddy and Princess go through in a year has to be offset with what I do for either hatching turkeys for people that want to buy turkeys. The meat birds should pay for their mommy and daddy's food. Eggs, if I sell turkey eggs. And same thing for my laying hens. Anything that egg sales makes should pay off their food for the year. It will be the same thing for the American Bresse. So that's one of the reasons of how I keep my meat to $200 for the year. And if you think about it, that's kind of like spending $20 a month on meat, which you can't do. I'm just saying, you can't do it. And we like to also barter for our pork and for our beef as of now. If you've been following, there are some pigs that have joined the fam. But we're not into raising cows. We're not into that. So we have a dear friend that does that. So we're going to stick with her and barter away, yeah? But let's go ahead into the turkey area so we can talk about the turkey breeds that I have, how much food so far they've gone through, and what I assume they're going to go through. It's going to be about 5 more weeks before everyone goes to freezer camp, including these little chicken nuggets right over here, which will go in next. So let's head in there and let's sit with the turkeys. Now, I will just say that some of these turkeys are not necessarily going to be sold for meat, but are going to be baby mama and baby daddies for next year as well. You see the little one over there, 1, 2, 3, and where's Cheryl? There she is. Say hi, Cheryl. Not you, I said Cheryl. And then Earl. Earl's right there in the middle. So we have a kind of a mix of Spanish, blue slate, and we have a red bourbon all the way over there in the back. And the mix of those get really good, solid birds. Now listen, these are about 12-week-old, 13-week-old turkeys right now. So they still have about 5 weeks to go before they're ready for freezer camp. So they are a good, solid meat amount bird, aren't you? They do get a 24% protein feed, which is really what they're waiting for. They're wanting me to shut up and actually pour some food in there, which I will. I'll give them a little something, something. But having the girls and a boy, I'm then able to next year, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls producing eggs that will be fertile. So within 10 days, that's 50 turkeys that we're able to produce, make money, or keep for our family next year. So these are the turks. So let me go ahead and get them. We get them some food since they're acting like they haven't eaten all day. Y'all just ate this morning. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. I'll give you a little. So now we're in with the meat chickens, which are the Cornish cross this year. We did the Cornish cross only because the American Bresse will not be old enough to have eggs that we can then raise for 16 weeks to then sell as meat birds. So I went ahead and I spent the $112 on Cornish cross. We got 32. We got one free one who actually is going to be joining our layer because she is not a Cornish cross, so she will be able to get the size to actually then lay eggs. Her name is Bailey. But these are all of our Cornish cross, and they're about maybe 20 days now. Yeah, because tomorrow there will be 21 days. They will be 3 weeks old tomorrow. And let me tell you how fast they have grown. While this is a good sustainable meat because you get a lot of meat from this breed of chicken, they just get too big too fast that they're not able to then reproduce eggs, which is what you need to do, keep continually having chicken. So it's not self-sustainable because then you have to rely on the hatcheries to get you the birds. So as we are very grateful that we're able to get Cornish cross this year, next year will be American Bresse. And that's where a good portion of the money has come, is purchasing the American Bresse eggs along with purchasing these chickens right here. I'm looking at the American Bresse long term, so there's not really included in the $200 for the year's worth of meat. But they will, just like the turkeys, then be able to have eggs, the eggs be fertile, then we can hatch them and turn them into meat for not only our family, but to sell and to give money back to the homestead. They are also on 24% protein feed right now, and they go through it. As you can tell, I have to put their, I gotta put their feeders all the way up there because they will eat and eat and eat until they are just as big as little pigs. And I need them to last another 5 weeks before we process. So I've been pulling up their food at night. They are going to get some food right now. They got a little bit of food this morning. I'm spacing it out, a little food in the afternoon, and then their food will be pulled up at night. And they've gotten so big, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but their feathers haven't quite caught up with them. And they look a little bald, but they're not. It's just that they're growing so big so fast. But yes, so that is, it's exciting to have that type of meat. Huh? And they're precious. Fat little waddle that they waddle across. Like I have 4 right here just digging through the dirt. Don't even know that I'm actually shooting a video. But now let me go ahead and feed them and feed the other ones. And then we'll sit down and talk about numbers. So, with breeding your own turkeys and chickens, you're balancing out to about 0 for purchasing the chickens, but you are going to have to put money in for the feed. Now, what I've noticed is that the turkeys will go through about 8 25 pound bags, if I can speak, 25 pound bags of the bird feed, and then the Cornish cross will go through 5. That's my guesstimate. Again, I still have a couple weeks. That was my math. So that's roughly around 13 bags, which is about $16 at our feed store, which is how I got the $200 for raising these meat, because you're going to process them yourself. I will have a video when we process them. So y'all, thanks for stopping in and learning about turkeys and chickens and the meat bird and how you can raise it for very cheap for the year. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe and press that bell icon so you know that anytime that new content drops to my channel. Follow me on social media at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, all at Ormsby Farm. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, y'all. Be blessed.
I'm coming